WrestleMania 40 has been and gone, and Gunther arrives on Monday Night Raw, but without the Intercontinental title for the first time in over 666 days. Gunther confronts new champion Sami Zayn, stating that Zayn won by total fluke at WrestleMania. 99 times out of 100, Gunther wins. Sami just got lucky. Gunther proceeds to challenge Zayn for the title at the upcoming Backlash PLE in Paris, France. Zayn accepts, and the rematch is confirmed. In May, Backlash arrived. A determined Gunther is back in his home continent. Sami Zayn arrives next, with Gunther's prized possession wrapped around his waist. Gunther wastes no time during the match. He is laser focused, unlike his approach at WrestleMania. Gunther obliterates Sami with chops throughout the match and lands several high-impact grapple moves. Gunther ignores the ref's 10 count as he continues his chops at ringside. With just seconds left, Gunther attempts to re-enter the ring, but Zayn swipes his legs before entering the ring himself, winning the match via count-out. Sami celebrates in the ring as Gunther is silent at ringside. He can't believe the way he has lost the match. Gunther needs to rediscover what made him so dominant in the past. And just a few weeks later, he would have that opportunity as he enters the King of the Ring tournament in Saudi Arabia. He would go on to dominate the tournament, winning it decisively. We may have left the Ring General's IC title era, but we are only just beginning his rule as King. In June, new rules apply to the King and Queen of the Ring. You will remain King or Queen until you are defeated in singles competition. Once you lose, you will lose your crown and your throne. Gunther's first challenger would be Bobby Lashley as the WWE heads across the pond to sunny Scotland for the Clash at the Castle PLE. Despite withstanding Bobby Lashley's brutal spear, the King would go on to win the match decisively, ending the match with a powerbomb, picking up his first royal victory. In July, Gunther would enter the Money in the Bank ladder match. Despite a ladder match being a rather unknown entity to Gunther, he knows that his dominance will always be present in any match stipulation. Despite his efforts, he would however fall short, as CM Punk grabs the briefcase. In August, Gunther would begin a brief feud with Money in the Bank winner, CM Punk, and a match would be scheduled for SummerSlam between the two. An awesome first time ever match would take place, and ultimately, King Gunther would leave Cleveland with the W, but only after a Claymore from Drew McIntyre. Later in the month, Gunther would join Jey Uso in a triple threat match as they looked to dethrone Damian Priest of the World Heavyweight title. Priest would ultimately retain the title due to a Judgment Day interference, but that would not stop an enraged Gunther from landing powerbombs to Jey Uso and Damian Priest after the match. As he exits the ring, Gunther is met with CM Punk's entrance music, as the Money in the Bank winner is attempting to cash in. Gunther would try to stop Punk, but would receive a GTS before Punk enters the ring. Punk would proceed to land a GTS to Priest too, before pinning him for the 3 count, to win the World Heavyweight Championship. In September, new world champion CM Punk would successfully retain the title against Damian Priest at Payback. Gunther would emerge on Raw as the next in line for CM Punk's world title. Punk would accept and the match would be set for next month, inside a Hell in a Cell. The Hell in a Cell PLE would arrive and CM Punk knows the challenge that he faces, but also knows that he is the best in the world. Gunther and Punk take each other to the limit inside the cell structure, with the cell being used as a weapon. As the punishment continues, the cell wall is broken through, which conveniently allows Drew McIntyre to enter the ring. Drew would seemingly have CM Punk in his line of sight as he intends to land a Claymore. Surprisingly, King Gunther steps in McIntyre's way and says, "Not this time. I will beat CM Punk fairly." McIntyre replies and says, "Well, f*** it," and blasts Gunther with a Claymore. Punk gets to his feet and lands a GTS on the distracted Drew McIntyre and proceeds to pin a knocked out King Gunther for the 3 count. Punk is still the world champion, but Gunther is no longer the king. November may as well just be renamed Destroy Drew McIntyre Month, at least for Gunther anyways. He would spend the month beating down Drew wherever he could, which would end up being at the Survivor Series PLE, where he would go to war with Drew. The two would have an intensely physical encounter, much like what we've seen before between the two. But ultimately, Gunther's sheer vengeance and hatred for Drew would push him over the line. In December, Gunther would continue to rack up singles wins against the likes of Bronson Reed, Ivar and Otis, gaining momentum and showing that he can deal with large opponents with ease as we head towards the Royal Rumble match. January would arrive, which means it's Rumble season. Gunther would enter the match at number 3 and would go on to set the record for the most eliminations in a single Rumble match, eliminating 14 competitors from the match. He would top his night off by winning the match and booking his place in the main event of WrestleMania 41. On the road to WrestleMania, Gunther would be tasked with choosing either World Heavyweight Champion CM Punk as his Mania opponent, or WWE Champion Cody Rhodes, who has held the title since WrestleMania 40. Surprisingly, Gunther doesn't choose his former enemy CM Punk. Instead, he chooses the path of SmackDown and the path of the WWE Championship. In March, Gunther and Cody would face off on the mic in the build-up to WrestleMania. Cody would state that he has climbed the mountain last year and he's not ready to climb down from that peak. Gunther would state that yes, Cody has faced the Tribal Chief and he met the final boss at WrestleMania. Cody is not the American Nightmare, he is simply Player 1. Cody progressed through the story and completed the final mission, but just like in most games, you unlock the bonus mission. The true final boss has been revealed, and it's the Ring General, Gunther. WrestleMania 41 is here and the Ring General arrives, but before the WWE Champion makes his way to the ring, he gets some words of advice from Sami Zayn. Zayn tells Cody not to fear Gunther, it is possible to beat him. He reminds him that he has completed the story, it's just the bonus mission now. He hasn't progressed all this way to fall at the last step. The match goes 25 minutes with both competitors trying everything to win. Cody lands a trifecta of crossroads, but Gunther is relentless. Gunther lands moves of his own and ultimately, the combined damage inflicted by chops and powerbombs ends the year-long WWE title reign of Cody Rhodes. Gunther becomes the WWE Champion. He has been a ring general, he has been a king, but now he is simply champion. If this video gets 300 likes, I will drop a second year for Gunther. And if you enjoyed the video, please drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you on the next one.